first map. This is the lower bracket. Whoever loses this series is out. And we got ourselves an undead mirror. Ho ho ho. Good luck, Bucky. You will need it. 120, one of the absolute best Undead Mirror players in the world, but he doesn't know that it's Undead Mirror. That's reserved for us. Starbuck, not a stranger to Undead Mirror, and maybe a different European style. With maybe a Crypt Lord with overwhelming tier 1, because 120's build is very much focused on the late game. Dreadlord. Okay. 120 with the TeD Fiends. That's what he always does, and he does that in Mirror, but it's also a pretty reliable build versus random. Dreadlord in the lower bracket. That's quite some cojones, Dr. Bucky. We need the posse vibes. So 120 seeing that this is undead. He didn't see its Dreadlord yet.
Players' forces are under attack.
Has to be an expo and has to be a working expo. Sleep surrounds against fiends can be devastating. Or against the DK. How good are the surrounds? Who, with the help of the forest and instantly portaling back. Exclamation mark Starbuck, 2 minutes in the game. Ooh, creeps have been woken up. No! Question mark by Starbuck, 2 minutes in the game. Like, the most important thing, the Acolyte, salvaged now. Man, 120 running straight into that surround. Starbuck also seizing the opportunity. So what now? Tech and go. But if this happens again, 120 is dead.
Players' forces are under attack.
It was 120 with the echo waking up the creeps. Ah, thanks. Okay, no expansion yet because that needs more lumber. And this time the DK positioning is a lot more defensive. The first fiend is falling. That's getting gnarly quite fast. 120. Only skeletons. But the echo survives long enough to use the blueprints for more production. What was the item actually? Oh, replenishment potion would have been so good for the Dreadlord. Can't get it though. Arms raise now. 120 trying to get rid of that expo, lures the Acolyte into the north where the skeletons are waiting. Great timing. And that does require another Acolyte. And, you know, 5 more. Ghouls all hurt.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Starbuck playing a second crypt rather early. Dreadlord mass ghouls. For now, at least. Ziggurat coming up. He's gonna open up a lot of supply. Can also tech because there's a second necropolis. This is an interesting twist. Very heavy on gold, of course. Low number. And currently no lumber for a tower. Dark Ranger second. Oh, 1-0 plays a nice counter here. Creep speed can be crazy. Black arrow against ghouls is fantastic. And there's no graveyard to transition at all.
Players' forces are under attack.
Scary situation for Starbuck. Very, very scary. But we do have sleep too. That can make you miss coils. And you can catch fiends out of position. Where's it gonna end up? There's one. Could have almost gotten that surround without it, I guess. Still blocked. Opens up again. That requires a second one. Sleep 2, of course, cheaper. And that's one kill. Big drop in damage. Dreadlord gotta be a little careful. He got no coil. He's rather squishy. Get blocked and surrounded himself. Weird movement. Dreadlord is kind of lost. Everything is kind of wonky. And that's the Dark Ranger surround. Still 2 coils. That DR is safe. Should be safe. Coil on cooldown. Last second save. Okay, she isn't safe no more. But this was an expensive trade. Still the momentum shifting. Wait, 1-0 research frenzy. Cannibalize. Why the hell would you do that? And that's another surround. Starbuck momentum building up. He arrived on tier 2. But he sold the altar. That's another fiend down. What the hell? What the hell? There's no TP. DK surrounded again, isn't he? So many skeletons. The necromancer gets necromanced. Zeppelin could lead to an escape, but it's also under fire. No TP. Dreadlord, the great escape. The Zeppelin survives with almost no HP. So does the Dreadlord. Now the Dark Ranger is back, can clean up these ghouls, and we have an even game. Starbuck was lacking in macro here. Graveyard late, altar late. And of course going for the gamble of these 2 kills. Level 4 though. Big regeneration on the ghouls, but maybe not enough. Only 1 tower. A wagon is coming. 1-0's new favorite unit. Are you ready for this defense? The wagon is not part of the push just yet. Gargs are coming. You need to overwhelm with them. Good thing about Gargs is they don't leave corpses, and 1-0 has no web. DK is not in another surround, but the Zeppelin is here. Gargs, of course, also the greatest solution to the Zeppelin. But what a tug of war this is. Big losses on both sides. DK in needs to get the coil on the Dreadlord ASAP. Plus the Gargs. 1-0. Can he Q web even? The towers are under attack, but the towers are also up. Starbuck lacking repair a little bit. Goes for another surround. Zeppelin gone. And the Gargs in a good position to pressure this wagon. Fiends around. Statue under pressure. Doesn't care about the wagon too much. Oh, Starbuck, where's the repair? You need it. Naru gone. And that's also almost a supply block. What a game. The Gargs aren't enough yet. You need more of them. Web is online. That's 1 web, that's 2 webbed. Dark Ranger out of arrows. It's also something you don't see every day. But what can you overwhelm with Gargs? Tier 3 is around the corner. 120 decided to stay on tier 2. There's no Lich, there's no Destros, there's no Orb of Corruption. Starbuck 2 bases. And he's also a tech ahead. Oh, this will lead to a lot of MMR if that's a victory for Bucky. This is where he thrives, in the weird games. If everything is like tailor-made games like the Happy vs 120 where you can just see the timings down to the split second. 120 knows exactly what to do. But now, this is odd. DK leveled up to 4, but the number of Gargs is worrying for 120. At least soon. This was expensive. This was another Narup. This was a Spirit Tower. This was a lot of repair. This was a lot of units. But the production for Starbuck is ramping up. Macro is working now. Switching back to ghouls, actually. Lich on the menu. Here we go. Dark Ranger, the greatest pick. 120's Fiend kiting, usually out of this world in its matches versus a Moon, versus a Happy. But that's 2 Fiends gone. Starbuck catching the momentum again. 12 food lead. Where is the damage for 120? Where is it? The surrounds are clutch. He gets 3 in a row. And every Fiend gone is more freedom in the air for Gargs. Tier 3 is so far away. Starbuck didn't buy an orb. That hurts. But at least he got Nova. And that's another kill. Surround? Ooh, there's a big potion. Be careful with that. Just more ghouls. Ghouls might be a trap. If destroyers are online. I feel like a switch back to Gargs is necessary. Time for an orb. Time for the tech. Statues would be great, of course. Doesn't have the gold for it right now. Lich coming, more Fiends and Destros. 120 not moving away from the cookie color build. Oh, so many skeletons. This Dark Ranger is the carry. Careful. Creeps not involved. Limited amount of mana. And here we go again. What to do against these skeletons? I feel like Starbuck needs a Destro Garg army maybe. But the ghouls are ravaging the ground. Dark Ranger! Uh-oh! She got the potion. She got the coil. But limited amounts. Another Nova might seal it! Coil is ready! Oh boy, 120 salvaging this nicely for now. And the observer's lacking. ... Babs! The fight continues. What? That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. Okay. Pause and saved. Observer is out. Another Fiend falling. Crazy game. We are taking care of the statues. If there's no destroyers, these ghouls hold crazy value. Dark Ranger was safe, but the Fiends aren't. Nice Nova. Coil misses Lich. Safe to the side. But I think it's time to leave now. Can Starbuck buy time for statues? He's up a base. He gets double income. But the tri-hero combo of 1-2-0 seems to be the better one. Stressful game. But 1-2-0 is taking control. It is a switch back to Gargs, at least for now. One destroyer, one statue. Again, if you take care of the destroyer, the world is your oyster, but the DK is also level 5. We have an orb. The Dreadlord never could follow, really. And we're hunting down acolytes. 1-2-0, never getting too stressed, but the Garg! They attack the Destro. There's a coil, a very last second, but the Lich finds himself almost in the surround. Everything so weird now. As long as the Gargs have freedom, there's a chance. The Lich almost falling, another sleep. Destro is down. The coil was thrown, but there's no TP, no more potion. Trying to brute force the heroes now. Lich versus DK. Level up. Save the Lich. There is the coil. And that was a massive win. GG. Starbuck defeats 1-2-0 on map 1. Jesus. These Gargs, man. If the Destro is in the air, you can dispel the sleep. You do a myriad of damage versus ghouls on the ground. But a constant attack on these fiends, wept them down, and won the game. Starbuck 1-0. 1-2-0 about to be eliminated. But of course, it's a weird situation. As Starbuck is playing random, just because this game went this way doesn't mean the next game has to be anyway similar. Going Dreadlord in a survival game. That's gutsy. The surround and the DK obviously opened up the game big time. And that was 1-0 with a huge mistake there. Exposing himself so much. And next map is Tidehunters. The Dark Ranger worked out, but the Garg transition came at a nice time, kinda disrupted the wagon pushes. This was still close though. What's the longest game you ever casted? The longest one-on-one. I think it was 2 hours. A game on Lost Temple. I can look this up. Was it Shouty? Don't think so. No, it was Sai versus Guangmo, Night Elf versus Human on Lost Temple. Ooh, we have another game. And we have another race combo. undead versus human. And 120 doesn't know this. Is he opening up again with TeD Fiends? Then that's a bit of a relief for Starbuck, I guess. He can play human very, very well. Just like he can play undead very, very well. So let's see where this goes. It is DK. It is TeD Fiends. And for Starbuck, pretty normal. No pally rifle. Just straight up Archmage. This should buy Starbuck some time. But this could also be a very good harass. You all know how good 120 is with TeD Fiends. So 120 knows. He was defeated earlier by Sock. 2-0. And one of these games was not even remotely close. It was 5 minutes and was over. So 120, one of the top favorites for every tournament there is in Warcraft 3, is about to be eliminated first round of 16. Oh, that ghoul. The narrow isn't up yet. Acolyte block misses, but he bought the time. Man, that would have been quite crucial because it would have delayed the first fiend. Anyway, there's no harass. And we're working on that expo.
Players' forces are under attack.
But you gotta be in position. Poison still spread. Arcane Tower only at a third. The repair must be there. DK, whoa, almost getting surrounded there. My lord, this was close. Stressful now. Skeletons everywhere. DK cannot throw another coil. And he's not attacking this Arcane Tower at all. Very good defense by Starbuck. A few units dead, but this Arcane will stop a lot of the pressure that's usually coming up. So that was... He was also diving head first into this situation with the DK. Not the best 120 I've ever seen. That's basically no damage done. Like, what was it? 3 workers? Max. So town portal gone. Very fragile. Little to no healing. And Starbuck can tech very soon. The lumber is low. That's an issue. Maybe he forgot rounds of production or something, but... The dynamic is a little bit different here now that it's TeD Fiends. It's not that level 3 Archmage solves all the problems. But that makes Footman a lot better.
Players' forces are under attack.
Naga second and push. this time we go into the Arcane Tower. Mana's getting burned. More repairs necessary. Draining resources that would be necessary for the tech. And he Q's defend prior to this. Starbuck played tower defense before. Good focus fire for now. This push is once again not really working out. Waiting for defend. Clock is ticking. 1-0 could tech. There we go. But I mean, he loves the Naga, always has, but DK Naga Lich, is that so great? Now we got defend. Telestaff, boots, circlet, all the gold! And the tech is running. Starbuck in an amazing position. Everything is hurt. The statue is somewhat late. Surround, a little bit of an invite. But yeah, this statue, man, he is hanging on to dear life and waiting for that statue. The value of defend footies versus fiends is extraordinary. Fiend down. Funnily enough, the DK levels up because of it. Undead Imba, we get experience now when our own units die. But yeah. This is the distraction you want to have. Keep the undead from leveling. Keep the undead from pushing you. Offense is the best defense. Maybe you could argue it's diving a bit too deep, but it forces a mana potion, buys time. And now Starbuck 800 gold. Needs to get towers up ASAP, because he knows the tech is around the corner. And DK got level 3 anyway. Naga 1.5. Archmage didn't get too much value off of this. And the statues are working overtime. Of course you can play a more aggressive Archmage. Oh, wait a second. Coils. Oh, cancels the Telestaff. 6 HP and 1-0 lets him go. He lets him go. 6 HP. What the hell?
A player's forces are under attack.
What are you doing? There was mana. Ooh. That should have been an Archmage kill. Takes the consumable away. What's it gonna be? When of mana stealing has to TP away. Second TP in very quick succession. Suboptimal plays by 1-0, but Starbuck is not punishing it hard enough. Three towers. But this is not a ghoul push. It's a fiend push. Can operate from range a lot better. First tower down. Lich is in. Yeah, 1-0. This is looking good. If not for a DK loss. Naga has an invul potion. Mountain King is blasting through the mana. Coils are there. Expansion untouched though. Castle around the corner. I don't think 120 can break this. But he takes away the shop. There's no staff, no orb. How can you break this? How much production buildings do we have? Gyros are waiting. Knights are waiting. About to reunite the army, but with what? With nothing. Chipping away at these workers. Starbuck is not really rich. Web is up. 120 should be prepared for everything. You don't have frost armor, but for that you have frost arrow, which is kinda nice against knights actually. But there's still 400 gold to spend. That's the paladin. Okay, he broke this. Not the end of the world. 120 is an upkeep for a long time. Tier 3 has been reached. This being supply blocked is a huge issue though. MK2. If he catches the heroes without the DK close. Oh, this army is so tiny. And the little resources he has go into farms at the moment. 120. Shaky games. But this feels like full control now. He's just hunting. I thought there's more production and more gold. Then, as per usual, you rise up to 60 food and can defend this push, but that wasn't the case here. Ah, come on. One to zero plays it very safe. And the next base. 3 gyros and 6 fiends. That's not a great combo. Starbuck at the lab has a TP. Lots and lots of mana for coils. Level 4. Dude, this ledge is just farming humans. Fork Lightning Nova. A great combo. Always has been. And now Starbuck will soon be out of gold. The supply gap is closed. Bucky needs an extraordinary fight. But even then. Flute? Not that great. Okay, now we're collapsing. 120 has a TP, uses it immediately, knows the damage he has done. Barely any, no losses. Sweet. And now you gotta rebuild absolutely everything again. Can you play it one base though? With no Dark Ranger, no Pit Lord. The hero combo for Starbuck is definitely better. But he's being creep checked. Again. Careful with the gyros. The Destro falls immediately. But of course, these gyros now useless. Mountain King under fire. Holy Light ready for now. MK gets executed. Yeah, this still looks like a broken game, and it is. 120 pulls it back. Matt, he was struggling early a lot. He could have closed this out faster. I think Starbuck overcommitted to the 120 base. Lost a lot there. There was a chance for Starbuck, for sure. And now the decider. The group doesn't disappoint, everybody. This group does not disappoint at all. This is not 1-0 in tip-top shape. And on these off days, there is a chance to defeat 1-0. It's now or never. Hawk did it. And Starbuck still has the chance. He's still on random. Clubouter, thank you for the 45-month resub. Not sure if I said that yet. Our map is Shallow Grave. And I'm getting a bit worried for Starbuck because he rolls Orc. That is tough. 1-0 is just freaking crazy versus Orc. But that is with ghouls. So far, he has played 2 TeD Fiends openings. And TeD Fiends can be demolished by anything Orc. Fast Fiends can be good. Ghouls can be great. Oh, wait. This might not be TeD Fiends, huh? Alta second. No, this is ghouls then. Farseer Headhunter, of course. Okay, ghouls are freaking scary. In the first 2 games, it was always 1-0 pressuring. And being punished for it. Now Shoe's gonna be on the other foot a little bit. Winner of this map has another shot in the lower bracket final versus TH.
The player's forces are under attack.
This cannot be a deny. This creep has to work flawlessly. And so far it is. 1-0 on the other side. Ooh, getting the lightning shield on the Mauler. That's bad. That's real bad. Has to invest a second coil. It's not what you want.
A player's forces are under
But it's
attack.
not the end of the world yet. Acolyte kill. There we go. Yeah, 1-0, one of the highest skill ceilings in all of Warcraft. Consistency is lacking though. Yesterday, we were finished at 4:30 p.m. We will go longer today, that's for sure. Both players tech. And I think Starbuck can be quite okay with this game so far. Grunt into Headhunters, into tech.
Player's forces are under attack.
But it's level 3 and
Player's
a
forces
great inventory, and he can now fire these coils away. For the foreseeable future, there shouldn't really be an opening for Starbuck if the DK is close to these headhunters. He's just coiling. And even the grunt is in danger. 200 damage on units, 140 on heroes. Counterplay though. Stay away from the DK is the play. It's only the Farseer aiming for the surround and gets it! Little sloppy. That was telegraphed for seconds. And he's opening it up again. Okay, but this is big damage done and 1-0. He's just running into the base. The units of Starbuck, they were left behind, then walked back a bit, now committing, but it's so late. Starbuck supply blocked. 1-0 is not, just queuing the tech. Another burrow down. Oh no. And that Farseer, he's just waiting for it. Potion needs it soon. Another chance for 1-0 to get a hero kill early. But he still can. Needs like 2 shots or something. And then of course the cooldown.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, this is huge damage. Carnage in the bases. Tech cancelled though, I think. I saw Black Citadel before, didn't I? Still a lot of ghouls. Lumber economy, not an issue for undead. And he finds the opener again. Starbuck, his TeD cup, a little bit between heaven and hell. The first one, really good, round of 8. The second one, early elimination. And this one, very much smells like early elimination too. Because look at this base. And yeah, 1-0. Alchemist, okay. An absolute beast versus Orc. Acid bomb on more or less nothing. Headhunter damage uptime, minimal. This is the best 1-0 game so far. Could have gotten the Farseer, I guess, after the TP, but he was right next to the shop. Was a little messy in that start. And yeah, Farseer Alchemist. It's not what you want. It's not. It's not a Dark Ranger, so at least there's that, but there's also no threat, really. Oh, careful with that DK, 1-0. Don't want to lose that. And yeah, we've seen very dominant times of headhunters. It's not their time anymore. Everybody moved away from him. Or at least paired him with a Blade Master. I'm a big fan of Acid Bomb, and Chemical Rage can do a lot of damage if you find the necessary items. But look at this Lich. This Lich is amazing. Absolute desperation, this Alchemist, of course. Cody, thank you very much for the sub. Let's go. Welcome to the best channel on Twitch. Much love for your hard work. Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3. Much love, Cody. Thank you for the warm words, mate. Potion of Greater Mana. As if he needed that.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's Heal Spray. Okay. Kansai Kaiser. 27-month resub. Do we have any Prime gamers in chat? Help fund the next Tokyo Rara Land. In the Tokyo Dome. 60,000 people. I like that. I'd be happy with Kurikan Hall. Yeah. Any Prime gamers would be appreciated. Okay, can the mine... Oh my. I was about to say, can the minus armor work? Here comes the Dark Ranger. If you need a solution to headhunters, she's your pick. And Starbuck is desperately fighting, but it's rough, guys. It's rough. GG. Oh man. Starbuck was a threat to TH and to 1-0, but it was also a super tough bracket. 1-0, struggling, shaking, but when it counts, he's there. 3 different races by Starbuck. Ironically, winning the Undead Mirror with the Dreadlord. Props to Starbuck for signing up to this. It's always a very special flavor to having him and any Western players really in these tournaments. But yeah, that bracket was a little too tough for him today. And now we got our lower bracket final. And that's a banger match, guys. 1-0 versus TH. Both former world champs. Both legends of this game. But only one can come out on top and follow Sock. Is it gonna be 2 humans? Or will the Undead prevail in the lower bracket? Small break and then we're back with a hell of a match.